Constant viewers of GBNN.TV, welcome to our second segment of the CEO's featured interviews, bringing to you distinguished entrepreneurs and business leaders who are, in their own respective industries, great successes. This week, we bring to you two such individuals, one of whom is the chairman of Highcom Honda Manufacturing Syndrome Berhad, Dato Syed Mohamad bin Syed Murtaza, and the other is Dato Dr. Jimmy Lim Ki Shin, the chairman and group MD of Malaysia AE Holdings Berhad. Now, back to our first interview guest, what you'll be watching today is Dato Syed Mohamad bin Syed Murtaza. Now, Highcom Honda Holdings has been the manufacturer of Honda engine parts and components for the popular Honda Cup series since October 1985. But ever since its inception in 1983, Honda Highcom has always been intended as a platform and a gateway to the efforts of Malaysia to be in becoming an industrialized nation back then. Let us hear his views on his company now. With us today is Dato Syed, who is the chairman of DRB Highcom as well as Highcom Honda, and we're honored to have you with us today here, Dato.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm delighted.
So to start things off, Dato, would you tell us something about yourself?
I started life like 41 years ago, where I started working at the age of 21, where I started as a car salesman. And at that time I was only paid 120 ringgit a month. And from there on I moved life. I decided to accelerate my life, being active and work hard with the expectation to see good results. And over 41 years, here I am.
I see it's been a long journey. So what are the biggest challenges that you've faced so far, and what are your principles in overcoming these challenges?
I've gone through many turbulence, challenges, but I feel that journey of life, at my age, when you reflect, that gives you the most fulfillment and satisfaction of moving along. The journey that gives you the feeling, the journey that gives you the satisfaction, the journey that gives you the experience of what you were and what you are today.
So in the span of your entire career, you talk a lot about focusing on the journey. So all these principles and all these vision that is on a very high scale, how do you relate that to your employees? How do you convey that message to your employees?
Well, I look at it. In life, what do you want? You must prepare yourself to be so good. This is my advice. When you are so good that they just can't ignore you.
Make yourself indispensable.
So that's very important. Alright? And something which, if you know about it, then people will look for you. You don't have to go and sell yourself. As I said, I have served and been active for 41 years. I have never even thought of taking a pension or retirement. If you ask me how long more you like to serve the organization, the society, and play an active role, if I'm not asking too much, I would like to serve another 41 years, right?
41 years is a long time, but I believe with your kind of optimism, it definitely is a very, very achievable thing. Now, coming back to the event, Dato, how do you feel about receiving this award?
I appreciate. I thank the organization that given me this honor on this occasion. I deeply appreciate, and I will continue to do my part to serve the interests and to play my role, putting the role above self, and which I'm confident that we will definitely contribute back to the needs of our society.
So in closing, Dato,
yeah.
If I were to ask you to give young aspiring entrepreneurs out there one nugget of wisdom for them to work with, what would it be?
My strong advice is work hard and enjoy what you're doing. The journey is fun, adventurous, and full of challenges. And I would like to encourage the new generation, the young generation, is also to look at life as a journey. There is no shortcut. Take ownership, take possession of what they want to do, and move on in life. And I'm confident that with so much opportunity being offered in this country and also in the global context, we definitely can prevail and make this nation and make the world a better place for everyone.
So Dato, these are really profound words of wisdom indeed. I believe all of our viewers will be truly touched and inspired by this interview, and I hope that you have enjoyed it as much as I have. Constant viewers, after having listened to the words of the humble yet powerful man that is Dato Syed Mohamad bin Syed Murtaza, now let's turn our attention to one other equally established individual, esteemed individual in Dato Dr. Jimmy Lim Sinn, who is the Chairman and Group Managing Director of Malaysia AE Holdings Berhad. Now, Malaysia AE Holdings is an established conglomerate in Malaysia, being listed on the main board of Bursa Malaysia, and its main services include system design, manufacture and system integration of materials handling to a wide spectrum of industries such as food and beverage, automotive, airport, courier and services, wholesale distribution, and on to retail and merchandising. That is a wide variety of industries indeed that is served by Malaysian AE Holdings. Now let's see what Dr. Jimmy Lim has to say about his particular business that is equally competitive in its own right, as we look at these two individuals today striving to help the nation achieve an industrial status. Hi, morning. We're at the Merit Putrajaya today for the 3rd AEA International Distinguished Entrepreneurs Award. With us this morning is Datuk Dr. Jimmy K.S. Lim, who founded the company AE Models Holdings Berhad. Now, without me doing the introductions, let us give the honors to Datuk Jimmy himself to introduce more about himself and his company.
Yeah, morning. Basically my company is very much as a system integrator for automated material handling system. So in fact the basic business is provide solution to the manufacturer or various industry, especially in terms of the volume output. If they need very high speed volume output, our system will come in. Of course, apart from that, quality also very important. We have to make sure the reject rate will be less.
So Dato' Jimmy, would you like to tell us what it took for you to found your company, as well as what it takes for you to move from being a zero to a hero that you are today?
Oh, basically, in fact, that time when I started business, my concept actually is to provide engineering solution to most of the customer.
Engineering solutions.
Yeah. In the 90s, there's a lot of FDI. Every people talk about factory automation at that time. We look at that as a very good business opportunity. By chance, actually, when we do these design check models for a TV manufacturer, so they asked us to do full simulation, production full simulation. That time actually very much on assembly line system. So this is our first approach to the conveying requirement.
I see.
Yeah, from there, the owner told us they need a lot on this. Actually, this is a Japanese MNC company.
Japanese MNC company.
Yeah. So in fact, from there we started lah.
And you look to position yourself and also your company to take advantage of this opportunity for the future.
Yeah, we face actually most of the overseas competitor. As a local boy, of course, we try to gain our positioning. Hopefully, we could have the same level with them in the future.
A lot of innovative thinking is required, yes?
Yes.
Well, throughout this long journey and also taking into account your vision for the future, what are the major milestones and achievements that you've acquired over the years as an encouragement to move towards the future?
In our industry, the player actually mostly are giant, big company. People like Sinn and all this, Dato, they are big company. So at this moment, actually, in terms of tender and projects wise, even now on a small scale, but we see ourselves gaining more and more position in this industry.
So it's all about positioning.
Yeah, yes.
So I hope that your reception of the award today will further boost your credibility and confidence. Would you like to tell us or share with us how you feel about receiving today's award?
Well, I think it's some sort of like a recognition.
Recognition.
Okay. You're going through certain assessment, there's a recognition, at least by an established body. Of course, that will help us when we try to introduce our company to the customer. So their confidence level, of course.
Can you use this award to further increase your credibility in this industry?
Yes.
Would you tell us, please, what do you think is the best advice you could give to young businessmen today, as well as what other final remarks you would make for this particular interview?
Well, I think we have to work with wisdom, because it's important. Once we learn from the past mistake or experience, we learn to be wiser, and then we will not make repeat error.
It's all about learning from the past.
Yeah, the other, of course, is in balance in life, in terms of health and work. Of course, you have to be in balance. And then the last, of course, is self-assessment.
Self-assessment.
Yes.
As well as the work-life balance.
Yes.
All these would make a great leader, as well as good values to promote among your employees, yes?
Yes. Right. Yeah.
So thank you, Dato Jimmy, for spending this time with us. We really appreciate you spending time for this interview, and we hope this award will give you further credibility and confidence for your company to move forward.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Constant viewers, you have listened to both Dato Syed Mohamad bin Syed Murtaza, the chairman of Hikom Honda Manufacturing Malaysia, as well as Dato Dr. Jimmy Lim Ki Shin, the chairman and group MD of Malaysia AE Holdings Berhad. Now, what has these two industries, these two businesses have in common? They are at the upper tier of the manufacturing and heavy industry services range, whereby many other downstream services are served by them. But what is the real significance of the similarity between these two companies? They are meant as platforms and gateways, and they are also drivers for Malaysia since the 1980s and the 1990s onwards to bring Malaysia to its true industrial status destiny. And we hope that these two great companies and others like them will continue to push Malaysia towards the next step in industrial innovation and industrial excellence as we strive towards Vision 2020 and beyond. You have been listening to GBNN.TV with me, Nicholas Pang. Until next time, see you soon.